No matter whoever becomes, if Trump should come into Nigeria with the kind of structure we have right now, he won't be able to succeed because the
So
structure was not created for success.
yeah.
The whole thing started as far back as 2009
Wow.
when we first heard about Boko Haram. We
Mm-hmm.
all thought it was a joke. Before then, whenever we heard of terrorist attacks, they used to be in Pakistan, Islamabad,
Yeah.
Iran, Iraq, all those countries.
Afghanistan.
So those things were strange to us. But in 2009, a bomb blast occurred in a church in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. That took us all by surprise. Then all of a sudden, we started hearing about Boko Haram. That was in 2009. Then Boko Haram was somehow secluded to the northeastern part of Nigeria.
Yeah.
So the rest of us were not bothered. We just left them with the problem like that. Then in 2013, 14, before the 2015 general elections, Boko Haram became a something else. We started hearing of Fulani herdsmen killing people, spreading to other regions,
Mm-hmm.
killing people and raping women in farms.
Mm-hmm.
People could not go to their farms anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the period former President Muhammad Buhari was campaigning to become president. So the campaign slogan then was that the current president, Goodluck Jonathan, could not protect Nigerians. So he has to be voted out. And for Buhari, who was a former general, people were saying Buhari should come into power, that he will know how to use military tactics to defeat these people. Yes, Buhari won in 2015, but did all of that stop? No, even increased. Fulani herdsmen now spread into other regions, into the southwest, the south, southeast, in the north, everywhere, killing people and raping people up to this moment. And Buhari could not do anything about it. Look at 200 people were killed in Benue State
Mm-hmm.
just a few weeks ago. They were butchered, slaughtered. Today, some children are orphans because their parents were killed. Some women are widows because their husbands were killed. Some husbands are widowers because their wives were killed. Some people lost their children and they've been chased out of their ancestral lands. And this thing goes beyond, oh, I need a place to keep my cattle. That's why I am going about killing people. No, Nigeria is a country that is rich in resources, natural resources. Now, whenever these communities are being attacked and the people are displaced, sent packing, some people move into that land, some move in to occupy it, which are Fulani, while some people move in to start mining the natural resources of those communities. So you
Okay.
see that all these things are coordinated, and the government can't say they are not aware of what's going on because these people have grown so powerful that they've infiltrated government.
Okay.
They have
So
infiltrated. Government is never ready to provide. Yes.
okay. So from what you are saying that so far nothing has been said about creating a room or an environment where we don't have these gunmen doing what they are doing anymore. Nothing from the president yet, nothing from the head of police, nothing from the security force. Is that what we are saying at the moment?
A lot has been done by the president. Weapons have been provided for the security officers. Even dialogue between the Fulani people and the communities that usually get attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Those dialogue is currently going on. They've been going on for ages, but these things have not been able to get solved because there is an agenda. No matter whoever becomes, if Trump should come into Nigeria with the kind of structure we have right now, he won't be able to succeed because the
So
structure was not created for success. So whatever anybody does will never work because Nigeria is a country of different ethnic groups. They are all fighting for space. Despite the fact that they have their own separate region, they are still fighting for space. Fulani people, they are not indigenous to Nigeria. They fought their way into Nigeria and they are still fighting against Nigerians. How can they go to Benue State, kill people, kill 200 people, and no police could come and do something about it? They go to Benue State, kill 200 people for 2 days. They operated, and police could not go there. Yet we have the military, we have the army, navy, police, NSCDC, different security agencies. That shows that there's something wrong somewhere. Benue, 200 people were killed. They said arrests have been made. They are here to parade the people that were arrested. Nobody has, we've not seen their faces. They said they arrested 22 people. We've not seen their faces. But when a common criminal, a pickpocket, is caught, someone that stole a generator or stole a phone, when he's caught, they are quick to showcase his face on TV, put him on radio, put him on social media for everybody to see. But terrorists came and killed 200 people. But you say you've arrested, but we can't see them. That is what they keep saying. And if truly they are arrested, how come since these people have been perpetrating their injustice or their criminality since 2013, how come we haven't seen a list of people that have been sentenced to jail or tried in court? They arrest them and release them safely. That is why I say people they've infiltrated every sector of the country. That is why nothing can be done. So the people in government lack the political will to carry out these things to make peace return. If I have a sit down with him in a closed door meeting with him, I'll first of all advise him that is he aware that Nigeria is not one, the people are not one? If he agrees that, is he working towards splitting the country? If he says he can't split the country because the power he has is to keep the country united, I'll understand him concerning that. Then I'll now say, now you see that each state can't protect themselves because they are depending on the central police, and the central police has not been effective. Why not create state police, regional police, such that I won't have to call the federal capital territory for them to come and protect me? Meanwhile, the police is right beside me. If I have a police right beside me, they'll be able to protect me. If someone that speaks my language is the policeman, he'll be able to protect me better than someone, a northerner or a Fulani, coming to protect me. They are coming to protect their brothers killing us. That is what they'll do. So in order to ensure that there is peace, you should create state police. Okay, the tax reforms signed into law, they affect the ordinary citizen,
Mhm.
the ordinary man on the street. Because right about now, I think there's a portion that says if you are earning less than 1 million naira, you'll be exempted from tax. That is one good thing, because how can I be earning something little and I'll still be required to pay tax? So the tax payment of tax will be for those earning above 1 million naira, and the majority of the populace are earning below 1 million naira, so they are exempted from tax. And also, a portion of the bills says that states will keep a large amount of the money they are making, because the way Nigeria is right now, each of the 36 states, they all make money every month, and they are required to deliver a percentage of that money to the federal government. Let's say, like, for instance, Lagos State, which is like the richest state in Nigeria, Lagos State makes 100%. Lagos State is expected to drop that 100% to the federal government, and the federal government will now give Lagos State 30% in return, which is like a form of injustice. Now, the poor states will make like they'll make 30%, they'll drop that 30% and get almost like 100%. So the rich states are working hard, coming up with innovative ideas to move their state forward. But whenever they make money, it goes to the federal government, who in turn now gives it to the poor states who are sleeping, lazing around. Whatever you make, you keep a large portion of whatever you make. Instead of Lagos State making big and just getting a little out of it, Lagos State will now keep a large portion of it. So the small state, if it's small you're making, you still keep a large portion. Not that you sit back and sleep all day and expect the federal government to give you a large portion. And so with that tax reform bill, the states that are lazy will be forced to sit up.
Okay.
The common man will now be able to hold the state governor responsible. Why is money not coming in like before? We voted you to come up with innovative ideas. Now, any state that fails to carry out what the people want, the people will ask them questions instead of directing all the whole questions to the federal government. Paying tax, that doesn't mean the rich will be paid tax, more tax. They'll only be paying what they've been paying. It's just that those that are poor have been exempted.
Okay.
If you're not earning up to 1 million, you've been exempted. But if you're earning above 1 million, whatever you were paying before, you continue paying it. No increments, no addition to it. As I don't think NSAS will happen again. It won't happen again. Because NSAS was a very big opportunity for us to make Nigeria great. But we the youths, we scuttled it. If I remember the last protest of August last year,
I think the cost
end bad
one.
governance protest,
Mhm.
every youth in Nigeria announced on social media that yes, we will all come out to protest against bad governance, because the economic hardship then was very, very strong. We need to come out and protest against bad governance. In the southwest, youths came out to protest. In the north, youths came out to protest. In the south, youths came out to protest. But in the southeast, nobody came out to protest. But people from the southeast were the ones with the loudest voice about the protest on social media, because they know one certain thing. They know one certain thing, that whenever there's a protest, there will be burning and looting and killing and everything. And they didn't want that in their region, but they gaslighted a lot of other regions to go into protest. And what was the outcome of the protest? Youths in the north were burning their cities. They were even waving Russian flags, burning their cities. In the southwest came out to protest, but the protest was highly monitored. Why? Because of NSAS. The southwest bear the brunt of NSAS in 2020, because that was the epicenter of the protest. Many institutions were burnt down in the southwest. They didn't want a repeat of that. So there was this long, strong warning that if you want to come out to protest, come out and protest peacefully in designated areas. But the moment you say you want to go mad by going about burning anything, then we, the people of southwest, will come against you and destroy you. And that was why this protest was not successful.
Okay.
I didn't mean the southwest went ahead to start burning things. Perhaps the government would have been forced to like act. So there's division. The southeast doesn't want to protest, but they are ever ready to tell others to protest and burn their own region. The southwest doesn't want a repeat of NSAS 2020, whereby their region was burned to the ground. So they won't be able to like commit their spirit to the protest. Now the north have also seen the effect of protests. They saw the way their region was burnt down in August last year. They won't want to join any protest again. Who are we protesting for? Who are we protesting against? Because at the end of the day, some people will sit back and benefit from the protest, from donations and everything. International, we all saw it during NSAS. So people have become wiser. If you want to protest, protest peacefully. But if you want to fool me into going out to burn things and get arrested, no, it won't happen again. So if you're expecting people to come out and protest against insecurity,
Happen.
has become somehow redundant. It doesn't solve anything anymore. What we need is sit down and dialogue and demand for a constitutional change to solve most of our problems. I'll advise whoever has the opportunity to see this video or this interview to note that Nigeria is not all what people say. The negative aspect is not all what people say, because if you read the news, you always see government killed this, government killed that, government killed that. Where I am, I'm currently safe. There are safe regions in Nigeria, and there are regions whereby I myself can't even travel to. Anybody that wants to come to Nigeria should make that research. The regions that are currently safe right now, very, very safe, are the southwest and the south. The other regions, why are they not safe? In the southeast, there's agitation. They want to break out of Nigeria. So they have IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, who have been proscribed as a terrorist group.
Nnamdi
They go
Kanu.
about killing people and also shutting down the economy of the region. They bomb police stations, do all sorts of dangerous atrocities, and their leader is currently in prison, in detention right now. So people, investors, even the people living there are fleeing away from there. Because how can you tell me not to open my business on a Monday morning, saying because someone got arrested and is currently locked up? You can't tell me not to. No investor wants to invest in that kind of place. That's why, and if nobody wants to invest in that kind of place, the youths in that place will have to no choice but to flee to other regions that are safe. Now, in the northeast, that is the enclave of Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorist group. That is their ground, that is their playground. So, but peace is gradually returning, because unlike before, I mean, right now we don't hear of suicide bombings, daily killings. Unlike before, things have become good. So, but when you hear of one case, you'll be reminded of how it used to be in the past. But things have improved to a large extent. But
Okay.
still, yet it is still a troubled region, and a lot needs to be done. Go to the northwest, the same thing is going on. Different terrorist groups springing up. In the middle belt, the same thing, terrorist group, Fulani herdsmen, that is like their playground. It's as if they want to conquer that region and make it their own home. So there are certain places that are not peaceful, and there are places that are peaceful. The southwest and the south are peaceful right now, because in the past the south used to not be was never peaceful in the past because of Niger Delta militants and their agitation. But since they've been settled, things have been peaceful for like a decade. or more than a decade now. Things have been going on smoothly there. No kidnapping, nothing. Things have been going except minor crimes like pickpocketing, armed robbery. But say agitations, criminality, terrorism, nothing like that is going on.
Okay.
So those two regions are peaceful. So any foreigner listening to this video, reading this interview, should note that Nigeria is not all what they read in the papers. Nigeria is, I'm a journalist and I know that we with Nigeria we always put everything in the paper. If two people, one person gets killed today, it's going to make the news. It's going to make the. I don't read the same thing from other countries. Not that they don't suffer terrorism, but everything we put in the news. So when foreigners read these things, they should also remember that the same thing is going on. Even in the US, people get killed. People get killed. Someone bursts into the school, can burst into a school and shoot people. These things happen. But that doesn't mean Nigeria is a terrible place that nobody should come and invest. Investors are coming in. People are doing business and making money. Profit is rising and everything is going on smoothly. I just pray that once this insecurity issue can be solved, then definitely the world will see the best of Nigeria.